Have you ever looked around at your neighbors driving brand new SUVs, posting flawless vacation photos, or casually renovating their kitchens, and wondered, am I the only one struggling to keep up? We are constantly bombarded with images of the average successful life, the house, the two cars, the annual trip. We are taught to aim for this normal life, to achieve this baseline of middle-class stability. But here's the shocking truth. The data shows that in 2025, being financially normal is not a path to security. It's a high-stakes financial trap. It's a system designed to keep you running on a treadmill, perpetually one bad month away from disaster. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the shocking statistics of the average person. Some of these numbers will make you feel better, realizing you're not alone. Others will be a massive, necessary wake-up call. But all of them will show you precisely why you need to stop being average if you ever want to achieve true financial freedom. Let's start where all financial journeys begin, the paycheck. The average full-time worker in the U.S. earns approximately $52,000 a year. That sounds like a decent starting point, a solid foundation for a middle-class life. But here's the first shock, the first major illusion we must shatter. After Uncle Sam takes his cut for federal, state, and payroll taxes, that number often shrivels to between $35,000 and $40,000. Think about that for a moment. You work 2,000 hours a year, and roughly 25% of your effort is immediately intercepted before it even touches your bank account. While your gross salary might look good on a job application or a mortgage pre-approval, your take-home pay is the only reality that matters. Most people are what I call financial sleepwalkers, stumbling through life without realizing that their hard work has become a tax magnet. They focus on the gross number, not the net, and they budget based on a fantasy. This is the first crack in the foundation of the normal life. You're earning less than you think, and the system is designed to make you feel like you are always behind. We haven't even paid for rent or groceries yet, and a quarter of your income is already gone. So, where is all that hard-earned post-tax money going? The average household now spends about $67,000 a year. If you are doing the math, you will immediately notice the terrifying discrepancy. The average household is spending significantly more than the average individual earns. This gap is the reason why credit card debt is exploding and why the average person is constantly stressed. The pressure to maintain the illusion of normal forces people to spend money they do not have. But the real silent wealth killer is sitting right in your driveway. The average new car payment has climbed to over $700 a month. We have collectively normalized spending nearly $11,000 a year after taxes just to get from point A to point B in a vehicle that is losing value the moment you drive it off the lot. We are paying a premium for heated seats, digital dashboards, and cup holders that cost more than a flight across the country. Here's the uncomfortable, life-changing math. If you took that same $700 monthly payment and instead invested it consistently at a conservative 8% annual return, it could grow to over $900,000 over 40 years. Let that sink in. Most people are literally trading a potential $1 million retirement fund for a depreciating asset with a nice paint job. They are choosing the immediate gratification of a new car over the long-term security of financial independence. This is the most profound trade-off of the average life, sacrificing future wealth for present status. Being average also means carrying a heavy weight of consumer debt. The typical American is burdened with over $9,000 in credit card debt. This is not the good kind of debt, like a mortgage on an appreciating asset. This is high-interest, revolving debt, often with interest rates exceeding 22%.
This debt is not just a financial problem, it is a cognitive one. Scientists have actually found that the stress of chronic debt can lower your functional IQ by as much as 13 points. Think about that. Your brain is forced to stay in a constant state of survival mode, dedicating precious mental resources to managing the immediate threats of minimum payments, due dates, and collection calls. This makes it physically harder to think about long-term growth, career planning, or investment strategies because you are consumed by immediate threats like the check engine light or an unexpected medical bill. This constant, low-level anxiety explains the most alarming statistic of all. 37% of Americans cannot cover a $400 emergency without borrowing more money. That is not a small percentage. That is over a third of the population living on a financial tightrope where a flat tire or a minor illness can trigger a cascade of financial ruin. The debt weight is not just about the money you owe. It is about the mental capacity and the future opportunities that debt steals from you. It is a form of cognitive suffocation that keeps the average person trapped. The most terrifying statistic, however, is waiting for the average person at the finish line. After 40 years of working, paying taxes, and managing debt, what does the average retirement look like? The median retirement savings for Americans aged 65 and older is only $88,000. Now, let us apply the traditional conservative financial planning rule, the 4% withdrawal rule, which suggests you can safely withdraw 4% of your savings each year without running out of money. 4% of $88,000 is $3,520 per year. Divide that by 12 months, and you are left with approximately $300 a month to live on. This is not a retirement plan. It is a recipe for living in poverty during your golden years. $300 a month would barely cover a week's worth of groceries in many parts of the country, let alone housing, utilities, and the inevitable rise in healthcare costs. We are working for 4 decades, sacrificing our time and energy, only to end up with a monthly budget that is completely unsustainable. This is the ultimate failure of the normal financial path. It is a silent crisis where people realize too late that they've been playing a rigged game, and the prize for finishing is financial destitution. If these numbers feel heavy, if they have sparked a feeling of frustration or even anger, good. Use that frustration as fuel. The good news is that you do not need a 6-figure salary, a lottery win, or a complex hedge fund strategy to beat these statistics. You just need a different system, a new set of rules that reject the average mindset. Here are 3 non-negotiable steps to pivot your financial life. First, build the $20,000 firewall. Your first goal is not $1 million. It is $20,000 in liquid savings. This is the walking away money that moves your brain from survival mode to proactive mode. It's the buffer that absorbs the $400 emergency without triggering a debt spiral. Once you have this firewall, the 13 points of IQ that debt stole from you will start to return, and you can begin to think strategically about your future. Second, automate the interception. Successful people do not rely on willpower. They automate their savings and investments. Set up automatic transfers so that money is intercepted the moment your paycheck hits your account, before your brain can even register it as available to spend. Pay your future self first. If you wait until the end of the month to save what is left, there will never be anything left. Third, embrace the 15-65-20 rule. This is a simple, sustainable budgeting framework. Aim to invest 15% of your gross income for your future. This is your freedom fund. Keep your essentials at 65%. This covers housing, food, and transportation. And finally, allow yourself 20% for guilt-free fun. This is for dining out, hobbies, and entertainment. This rule ensures you are building wealth aggressively while still enjoying your life today, preventing the burnout that derails so many financial plans.
The average person is one bad Tuesday away from a financial earthquake. But you now know the rules of the rigged game. You understand the illusion of the paycheck, the cost of the car payment, and the devastating reality of the $300 retirement. You have a choice. You can either continue to look wealthy or you can actually be wealthy. For most of us, we cannot do both. Which of these statistics shocked you the most? Was it the tax magnet, the $700 car payment, or the $300 retirement? Let me know in the comments below. If you are ready to stop pushing the boulder uphill and start building your own money machine, hit that subscribe button and join our community. The game is on, and now you know exactly how to win it.